Hey YouTubers, it's Nick540 here. Many of you have already seen this setup, and this is not a setup video. I'm talking about Apple products today, and I'm just letting you know I'm gonna show you all the Apple products I have. The reason I'm doing that is I've had requests from some people sending me private messages wanting to see what Apple products I have. I will also, so basically what I'm doing is I'm starting from the largest products and moving my way down to the smallest of the products that I have. I will let you know that I come from a family who is split. I have my mom and brother who are the biggest Apple fans ever, and I have my dad who cannot stand Apple, and he is all PC, and my mom and brother are all Apple, and I sit right in the middle. If you can see right here, I have both my compact and as well as a couple netbooks and the Apple iMac. I like having both. I think they both are quite useful. I definitely prefer using the iMac because of the screen real estate, but also for certain programs like Final Cut, iMovie. I like how iTunes works, and then there's definitely things that I like better about the compact. I really like the Microsoft Office program, and the Excel, Word, and PowerPoint I find a lot easier to use on there. I'm not a fan of the Windows XP, but this one will soon be upgraded to Windows 7, maybe Windows 8 once that comes out. So I'm kind of being split with the Apple and PC battle in my family raging for many years, and I am a user of both. So this video is just specifically talking about Apple products today though. So I'm just going to start with the 21.5 inch iMac. This is early 2010 model. So you can see here, this is the largest Apple product I have. In fact, you can't get much bigger unless you get the 27 inch. And then coming with that is the keyboard, the wireless keyboard there, and the Magic Mouse as well. Some of the other accessories that I've recently purchased is the Magic Trackpad. And then this one's not recent, but I actually do use the Mighty Mouse. It's connected, you can see, to my compact. I find it easier than using this trackpad here. So I do really like that. Now I'm just gonna take you in this way and show you some of the other Apple products here. As I said, I'm starting from the biggest. My second biggest one, this one is also fairly new, is the newest model. This is the 13-inch MacBook Pro. I love this machine. It is absolutely amazing. I do an unboxing on this one, so please check it out. Love this. This is the Core i5. Then over here, I have my iPad original. This is not the 2, this is the original. And this one here is the iPad 64 gigabyte. Let me see, wait till it focuses. I don't know if it will, but it is a 64 gigabyte original iPad, not the iPad 2. I'm actually thinking about waiting for the iPad 3 instead of getting the 2. I always say that it's good to keep original Apple products, and this because this is their first iPad. It, years down the line, maybe somewhat of a collector, probably not, but maybe. And then next to that, I have my iPhone 3GS. This one is the 16 gigabyte. Again, probably can't see that. It is a 16 gigabyte though. I was thinking about going up to, this one was a gift actually from my girlfriend, and I was thinking of getting the white iPhone 4, but with the hopefully release of the iPhone 5 soon, if not September, and I still have about half a year or a year on this contract, I'm just going to let this one go through. You may have noticed on the back of both of these, and I'm going to do a video about it later, and on the top of these 3 products, I'm actually using the Bodyguard Shield on them. So this is the full Bodyguard kit here. This one is just the back Bodyguards. Let me see if you can kind of see the reflection of it, and I haven't put the side one on yet. And then this is the Bodyguard on, and I still have had a hard time with the corners here. The back is great, it protects it well, but the corners, they just won't, on the 3GS, will not stay down. So if you want to see a review of that, please let me know. I did a quick review of this one, and I can do a review of these ones as well. Next to my iPhone 3GS is my, I think it's the 4th generation. It's a generation just before the one that we just that just got released. This is the 32 gigabyte. Again, you probably can't see that. iPod Touch, not the one with the camera. It's the one before that. I love this. I use this as kind of my home stereo. I plug it into my bass, my Bose system, and it's quite good. So I don't actually use this to on the go really, because I have my iPhone. This is kind of like in-house theater system type of thing. So there it is, and every single song I have on iTunes, which I think is over 1,000 now, I have on here. This was my very first iPod. I got this when I was in university. I got a scholarship for university, and as a gift to myself, I bought this 30 gigabyte iPod video. It's wonderful. It was pretty amazing, and this kind of started my love for, actually seeing my brothers started my love for Apple, and then I waited and got the video one. I got this from the university store at University of Victoria, and this was my first one. Took it to class a lot. It's pretty scratched up. I didn't really have a case for it at the time, but I still occasionally use it. I don't put new content on this because it was hooked up to my other desktop computer, and now and so I don't want to plug it into my iMac and delete the songs that are on there, because I don't have that desktop anymore, so it would just delete all my songs. Then I have next to that, this is the stand for the iPad, the original iPad, right here. So this is just a stand, so I can sit next to my iMac and charge or sync or just sit there looking pretty, and that's what this is for. I did another video, you should check it out, of how I use it as a stand for sitting in front of my other keyboard, and I turn it this way, and then I just put the iPad like this and then type. So I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of multi-purpose. I know it's not made for that, but it works. Check out that video too. Really like this. It's kind of nice and slick and heavy. It feels good. And then here's a line out right there, and then of course the pin connector. I also got the Ipod Stand, which had a whole bunch of it came with a whole bunch of different docks, a whole bunch of these, as well as a white remote, which I'll show you in a minute. And this is actually where I sit my... So apparently I just ran out of memory on my card, card for my camera. So this is why I have two. I just put in my other video card in there to that has, I think it's got about 4 gigabytes, this one, so it should be sufficient time to finish this. So sorry for the interruption. I was just saying I use this iPod dock mainly for the iPod video you see over there. It doesn't sync with my iMac, it just kind of sits there, and I have it on watching movies without any volume because that doesn't have a speaker. Just kind of when I'm doing work, you know, watch a movie on there. But I do use it for my other iPods as well. So, but it just uses to basically stand that up. So, moving on here, I have my Apple TV. This is the newest model, and this one is hooked up to this big bad boy here, my 52-inch LG TV, and I have with it the Apple HDMI wire, so it is hooked up to HDMI here. This I got from my girlfriend for Christmas, this last Christmas, and then this is the remote that came with it. And now you'll see two remotes here. This one is for the Apple TV. This one I actually bought separately for my iMac to use in my office so I can listen to music and do other things. So this is for my iMac, this is for the Apple TV, and then this one here is for the dock that I was just talking about. This is also, just to hurry up through this is a charger, wall charger that I got by USB. It's great, and this pulls out too, so you can hook it up with a longer cord. Then I got my Apple battery pack here. This is the rechargeable batteries. Again, flips out and you can take that out again. This is great because I do have the Magic Mouse, the wireless keyboard, and the Magic Trackpad. So this comes with 3 batteries, 3 sets of AA batteries, so it's great. This is unique. This is my 8 gigabyte iPod Nano, and it's engraved. It says my watch, basically. And I have a watch on now, but I do use this as kind of just as a fun watch. Put it on, and you can see the size of it, so it's pretty good. It's good to have music and everything, so I just keep it on the band like that. Then I have the camera connection kit for the iPad. This is the SD card slot one, and this one is the USB, like, direct to camera. Then I have two shuffles. I think this is the 3rd generation shuffle. This one up here is mine, and then this one I got for Valentine's Day a couple years back for my girlfriend, and we do use these at the gym quite a bit. This is the last generation shuffle with the silver clip here, and this one has, I actually got it to go to, because my buddy had his bachelor party in Vegas actually a year ago today, and I wasn't expecting on bringing it back. I thought I would lose it, but it managed to make it back on the plane and back. So actually I have two shuffles. I do prefer this one because it does have the wheel, and I like changing songs with the wheel. This one you actually have to use the microphone. It's in the headset has a built-in next and forward and play and stop in it, because you'll see the only physical button on this one is the power on off switch. There's nothing else, nothing at the bottom. This is just the clip at the back, as you can see, and the headphone jack. So very simple, whereas this one has the on off, the shuffle, and then all the controls here. This one does also have shuffle. If you move this halfway over, see if I can do that right there, that's shuffle, I believe, and then that's fully just on, and that little green light lights up. So here is my Apple collection. This is my table of Apple stuff. I laid out a towel to show it to you all, as well as the stuff in the other room. Please show me your Apple collection. I like to see. My stuff is fairly new, and I'd like to get some old iMacs and Macs just to see the old school. I like to see the history of technology. So most of this is fairly new. Some's a little outdated. Some is brand new, like the Apple TV and the iMac and the Macbook Pro. Well, the iMac not so much, but the Macbook Pro. So please shoot me back a video. This is Nick540. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.